Hey everyone, in today's video I want to show you a little plugin I made for Godot. You can download it for free on itch.io. Link is in the description. Of course, if you have money to spare, consider spending it to support what I'm doing. Thank you. So what's the plugin? I call it Multimesh Baker. In 3D we are used to render large amounts of models each frame. However, these models could just be straight up copies of each other, like trees in a forest. It would take a lot of time to first issue the render by copying the model data from the CPU to the GPU and then do the actual render process. Especially since we wouldn't need to send data from the CPU to the GPU more than once, as that data doesn't change. This is why instancing is very popular in 3D. It allows us to render multiple instances of the same model data in basically one go. The best part of that is, however, that we can define both position and rotation of each instance. It's even possible to change shader parameters that way. Godot allows us to do this via so-called multimesh instance nodes. You define your base model and then program the attributes for each instance. My plugin covers a big missing usability feature in Godot: to create one multimesh instance node from many mesh instance nodes of the same type. Hence the name Multimesh Baker. We bake multiple mesh instance nodes to a single multimesh instance node in order to render the model multiple times via instancing without the before mentioned performance penalty. Let's first cover how to install the plugin. Create a directory called add-ons in your Godot project directory. Then extract the contents of the downloaded zip file into that directory. Lastly, go to Project Settings, Plugins and enable the plugin here. That's it. Now you have access to a new type of spatial node called Multimesh Baker. This node will be used inside the editor typically. So feel free to delete it once you got your multimesh instance made. With that node in the scene tree selected, we can go to the Inspector tab. First, we need to define the mesh we want to make many instances of. Of course, this also works for custom models. Just remember to use OBJ files. This will allow you to simply drag the file into the slot. You can also copy the model data from a standard import GLB file. Just open that model file in Godot, go to the appropriate mesh instance node and copy the mesh data there. Now we have a template mesh to make instances of. All we need to do is to click Add Mesh Instance. In the scene tree you will now see a new mesh instance node under Bake Group. Add as many as you want. Position them, rotate them and change their albedo color in geometry, material override as you please. Once you are done, select Multimesh Baker again and click on Bake. Now a multimesh instance node is added to the scene tree with those instance properties applied. Now you unparent the multimesh instance node and delete the Multimesh Baker node along with all those mesh instance nodes in Bake Group. That's it. But what if you want to change the multimesh instance node later on? Maybe reposition one of the instances. Fear not. Just add the Multimesh Baker node to the scene tree again. Then assign your multimesh instance node to the Unbake Multimesh Instance Path property and click Unbake. Now you have all your mesh instance nodes again, this time as children of a node starting with Unbake. If for some reason any of the steps described here don't work for you, look in the Output tab. Typically Godot will give you an easy to understand explanation as to why that step didn't work. Just so you know, there is also a version of Multimesh Baker for Mesh Instance 2D and Multimesh Instance 2D included in the plugin. However, this works slightly different. Due to the fact that in 2D spatial materials aren't used, we can't define the custom color via materials. So the solution to that is to change the self-modulate attribute instead to define the color of each instance. This is also why we need to add the texture and normal map explicitly in Multimesh Baker 2D. In terms of license, you can of course use the plugin for both free and commercial projects. More info on that can be found in the plugin files and on the itch.io page. And that's all you need to know for the plugin. With this, I also want to say thank you for 2K subscribers. We finally did it. Thank you for watching my videos and being patient when I'm not uploading any. I'm not good with words or long speeches, so I hope this little free plugin is useful to you. That's it for this video. Let's see when we are hitting 3K subscribers. Until next time, bye bye.